everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, whatever time it is, wherever it is that you are. Welcome once more to another video podcast of Political News Time, brought to you by the PNT Live Network. I'm your host, Alex Mayers. I hope all of you are having a nice evening. I'm doing the show a little bit later than I normally do tonight because, as all of you know, I will be starting my travels in just a few days, so my schedule's a little weird right now, but I don't know. This actually might become the new time slot for the show when I think about it, because I have kind of gone into vampire mode lately, but we'll see. We'll see. Anyways, let's see. I think tonight I want to just give a few first impressions of the Trump kids, because it seems like a couple of them at least spoke at the Republican National Convention that seems to be going on right now. And I just felt like sharing a few thoughts. Not anything too deep tonight, not at all. But I was really impressed with Tiffany Trump. Because, you know, we've all seen her grow up. I'm assuming those of you out there watching me are in my age bracket. I'm 41, so I would think that those of you up at this time of night who would, for whatever reason, want to follow me and watch this podcast would be around my age. But anyway, I remember seeing Tiffany Trump grow up. I remember, you know, she received so much criticism in the news, and unjustifiably so, mainly because everyone over the years has compared her to Ivanka. Okay, Ivanka has grown on me. Ivanka's actually, she's very intimidating because she's so damn beautiful. But initially, I just thought she was kind of an ice queen. But as we've gotten to know her over the years, she seems to be someone who really is trying to be a solid philanthropist. She does seem to be trying to break that stereotype of what a lot of women who look like her kind of rely upon. What I really liked about Tiffany Trump's speech, I mean, the content of the speech I thought was outstanding. And you can tell that she really authentically believed what she was saying. And you could also see how much she does love her father. Just because parents divorce, that doesn't always mean that a child is going to pick a side. And I think over the years she's been painted as not liking her father, but I don't think that's the case. Otherwise, I don't think she would have done that speech. But what I really liked about the speech was her tone.
Good evening. I'm Tiffany Trump. Since speaking at the Republican Convention 4 years ago, so much has changed for the world, for our country, and for my family. Like so many students across the world, I graduated from law school during the pandemic.
Some of you might get on me for saying this. You might be like, oh, you're being a little prejudiced or racist by saying what you're going to say, Alexandra. But I'm really not. But I have a suggestion for a lot of blonde white women. Stop with the baby voice. Just stop it. Because what I've always noticed about Ivanka Trump, and now I'm seeing it with Tiffany Trump, is that they speak from their diaphragm. They use their full voice.
First daughter and assistant to the president, Ivanka
I literally
Trump.
crashed your beautiful filming. So
Are you
sorry that you stuck your head in the door?
Yes.
Please come
You
sit
guys
down.
are so good, though.
Within seconds, I was mic'd, I was seated, and I just wanted to come by with a cup of coffee to say hello.
So how we like?
They are not trying to do this, you know, baby voice to where it's like you think your eardrums are going to pop. I hate that. In the adult entertainment industry, a lot of white girls use that baby voice. Actually, the leader of that defunct union does that crap.
Picture this. Donald Trump chasing me around a hotel room in his tidy whities, and I laughed.
For the past 5 years, I have also been involved in sex education, doing public speaking and workshops on sexuality, consent, and communication.
And it's so insulting. Not it's not even something that I would view as being insulting, just to attribute to someone who's of Caucasian descent, but just as a woman in general, because the only men who like that crap are men who want to infantize women, who want women to be forever teenagers instead of maturing. But Ivanka has a very commanding voice, and whoever the diction coach is for the Trumps has worked with Tiffany on that too, because I thought that Tiffany sounded so eloquent. So 2 thumbs up for Tiffany Trump. I also caught a bit of Eric Trump.
Need the blush. Thank you.
Eric Trump needs to work on doing something to get a little bit more oomph behind him, because I don't know what it is. He does come off as a bit wishy-washy. Maybe he needs to work on his tone a little bit, but he did an okay job. But the standout, I guess, wasn't really one of Trump's kids, but his current wife, Melania.
I want to acknowledge the fact that since March, our lives have changed drastically. The invisible enemy, COVID-19, swept across our beautiful country and impacted all of us. My deepest sympathy goes out to everyone who has lost a loved one, and my prayers are with those who are ill or suffering. I know many people are anxious and some feel helpless. I want you to know you're not alone. My husband's administration will not stop fighting until there is an effective treatment or vaccine available to everyone. Donald will not rest until he has done all he can to take care of everyone impacted.
Melania has grown on me too, okay? Now, for those of you who are not aware, I do have one of the only interviews with the individual who photographed her back when she was a model, who photographed her in the buff. I have that interview with Yar Alejandre de Basville. He's an artist and photographer, and way back in the day, he was the one who gifted us with those photos. So I totally understand what you're saying, and I think that your message is excellent. And I actually feel the fact that you did release these photos, I think it's going to push your message, because when I look at the case of Melania Trump and I look at what she could represent and the message that she could tell young women, I think that she has a chance to make a difference. The question is, will she? I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, I think she can really fight for women's rights. I'm sure. I mean, she's coming from Slovenia, who has been like really hit by dictator moment and everything. So she it's like really difficult, like to come from the east side,
Right.
and to have women's rights, so she can do something about it. She know how it's difficult to have in America with no visa, with no possibility at all. She know how to fight, and that's also a huge opportunity, because this is what we call the chance and the dream of American.
But Melania has a very interesting presence. She really does. I mean, first off, you can't criticize her tone because she does speak multiple languages. I mean, imagine if your native language isn't something you have to go and give a speech in front of millions of people the way that she just did. But she did a good job. She did a good job, and I liked her ensemble. Some people made a funny meme in regards to her ensemble and equated her outfit to an outfit that Adolf Hitler is best known for. But in the meme, I think it says something like, who wore it best? I'd say Melania wore it best. So So yeah, everyone check out the Republican National Convention clips. If you don't know where to find them, all you got to do is pop on over to the Real Donald Trump Twitter account. He's been tweeting them. He tweeted a whole bunch of Melania. He loves that woman. He does. He does. That's one thing I do like about this presidency and the last presidency. It really does appear that Trump is genuinely in love with his wife, and it really did appear that Barack was genuinely in love with his wife as well. And that's a nice thing to see, because you got to remember, politics is just people, and we do need to have better relationship role models in the public eye. I think if we did have better relationship role models, maybe there would be better relationships in society and not all this damn domestic violence and crap. So anyway, that's enough political news for today.